Hey, CBS, what's coming on?
Friday, blast off to a galaxy far, far away. It's the Star Wars Holiday Special, starring all your Star Wars favorites. Will Chewbacca get home to his planet in time for the big Wookiee holiday celebration? Watch and find out. Then on Flying High, the girls put it on and take it off.
You know what?
What?
I don't think either one of us is going to get much sleep tonight.
Join us for a Far Out Friday, beginning at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
You're on.
Tomorrow on CBS.
CBS, what's coming on?
On Friday night, blast off to a galaxy far, far away. It's the Star Wars Holiday Special, starring all your Star Wars favorites. Will Chewbacca get home to his planet in time for the big Wookiee holiday celebration? Find out on the star-studded Star Wars Holiday Special, Friday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
You're on.
CBS presents this program in color.
Rosemary's Baby, Saturday night at 11.
Hey! It's Podblast Halloween time!
This ain't just a show. It's a time machine. Buckle up. Pop culture fans. You're about to blast back with jazz. He's got the clips, got the knowledge, got the spark. Digging through the past, lighting up the dark. 16 millimeter film, vintage frames, toys and trivia, retro games, comic books, oh they're his thing. Bringing back the joy that nostalgia brings. Blast back, rewind that track. Saturday morning in a Podblast splash. Famous deaths, iconic scenes, laughs and legends from your childhood dreams. Now flip the switch, take it slow. We're going back to the golden glow. Grab your snacks, press play, don't miss your chance. It's a blast from the past with your host, Chance. Vintage commercials, Saturday flicks, old school toys and pop culture picks. From He-Man battles to joystick days, it's memory lane in the wildest ways. He's got the reels, the facts, the fire, and encyclopedia of retro desire. Comic books, got them collectibles, showing off. Celeb birthdays, trivia toss. Chance drops knowledge like a retro boss. And he's got that 80s hair.
I do. Hey, how was it going today? I didn't plan on doing a pod blast, but we want to get some suggestions from you because next week we're going to have our annual Christmas party, an online Christmas party, and have some questions. Mikey's with me right now. Let me bring him up. We just want to get some input about what we should cover because I've done a Christmas special since I think 2019 here on the Nostalgic Podblast when it was just audio only. And now that we're a video show and have been for some time, I want to make sure it's really different and fun. So let's bring up Mikey. Mikey, how are you doing there in Canada?
I'm doing great. Hello, Nostalgic Podblasters. You guys and girls are so amazing. Oh, you know, I had a show earlier and I wanted to thank Mr. Chance Bartels for giving me the chance, pun intended, to be a part of this wonderful show that Chance has put together along with myself and our brand new hello, Natalie, and our new Natalie producer who's going to visit a good friend. And yes, we need your help. Podblasters, we need your help. We have our great Christmas. This is my very first show that I'll be doing with Chance, so I'm looking forward to this. Next week on the 20th at 5:35 p.m. Eastern. You better be there or be square for Christmas. But what we're doing is we wanted to put out a poll for you folks.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it there until we're done with the show here, giving you some ideas what we're doing next week. And we want to know from you, yay or nay, did you watch and like or did not like the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special, which you just saw the advertisements there for? It did feature an all-star cast. I'll name them off to you. B. Arthur, Harvey Korman, Art Carney, the great singer Diane Carroll. You had Jefferson Starship. You actually had 4 members of Jefferson Starship at that time in 78 who came out. I was 13 years old. You brought back Harrison Ford as Han Solo. You got Mark Hamill came back as Luke Skywalker. You had Chewbacca, played by the great Peter Mayhew, big guy. You had 3 of the, which used to be the guys that later would appear in Time Bandits in about 4 years later in 1982, I believe it was, somewhere around there. But 3 of those short people that assisted as being, Chewbacca's relatives. This is his birthday. And it was mentioned in the special. Art Carney, like I said already, and also Carrie Fisher. So you had an all-star cast, and over the years people have argued. It's a constant thing. I mean, it's like now the special itself, when it first premiered. Let's take a look at that real quick, so I remember for myself. It was December. Yeah, 1978. So did it come out exactly on Christmas Day?
No, gosh, no. It preceded Christmas.
Yeah. So it was just before Christmas. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Again,
this is not a real show. This isn't flattering. This isn't flattering. From 1978. Now, this special.
November 17th, 78 is when it originally broadcast. So that was before even Thanksgiving.
Right. November 17th, 1978. Okay, there we go. Awesome. So, according to IMDb, currently over 18,000 people have seen it, and they give it a 2.2 out of 10. Mm-hmm. That's not that impressive, I got to tell you. But personally, on my level, I loved it. No, it was good. I thought there was moments in it that was. Well, let's just say if you want to break it down to pros and cons, the pros outweighed the cons for me. Now that's just me. As I said, I know Chance liked it. I know Natalie. I think she did like it when it came out. If she was old enough,
she's too young. She's never even seen it, I bet.
Oh, no. By
the way, what day of the week do you think November 17th, 1978 was?
Oh, well, let's see.
Don't look it up. Just guess. Just to see if you can guess it right out of the gate.
Let's see.
Just name.
Well, I'm thinking for a moment because my dad's birthday is November 24th. So it was a week before my dad turned, 78. When he turned 34. Yeah, 34.
Name a day of the week.
Friday?
Yeah, you cheated. It is Friday.
I did not. No. Right, that was a guess.
All right.
It was a guess. Because my dad's birthday was on the weekend, and he had just got home from work, and we celebrated a week later his 34th birthday. So, yeah, I guessed Friday correctly. Yeah.
That's impressive. That's really impressive. Well, when do you think Thanksgiving was in 1978? Which Thursday?
Thanksgiving.
You think it was before or after the Star Wars Holiday Special aired?
I want to say after.
You'd be right. The Star Was Holiday Special aired on Friday, November 7th. What did I say? 17th, 1978.
You did say.
Thanksgiving was on Thursday, November 23rd, 1978.
Right, a day before, which is actually that's my cousin Justin's birthday.
A day before. What do you mean a day before?
Yeah, the day before. Yeah, he right now is 87, and my dad is 81.
Oh wow, well, that's great. Your dad's still with us. That's awesome.
He's still with us, and so is my mom. My mom is 79. She was actually born. Well, according to birthdays, I better get this right. My wife Suzanne's birthday is June 16th, and she was born in 1966. My mom was born in 1946. So, and hers, my mom's, is July 16th. So it's a whole month later after my beautiful wife's birthday.
So the Star Wars Holiday Special, the main plot is it's Life Day on Chewbacca's home world. So it's a Wookiee celebration, right? And there were some cool elements to the Star Wars Holiday Special that a lot of people don't talk about. For one thing, you had a deleted scene that was shown within that from the film Star Wars from 1977. It's just a short little scene where Darth Vader is stalking the halls of the Death Star with one of his lieutenants. And they're trying to find the droids on Tatooine, of course. And so there's a little bit of dialogue. And that actual scene was featured on a Topps card. I always wondered what that was from. I think it's Topps card number 7, I think. But I'll show it next week when we do our actual holiday special. I'll show that. But the other neat thing was the cartoon at the end because it introduced Boba Fett in animated form. It was the first time we saw Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, yeah.
And he had this cool weapon he was holding that we didn't see again until many, many years later. And I think 2019 in the first episode of Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
That weapon was. It was like, a long, basically a laser rifle. And it was incredible. And it was seen in the cartoon with a little magnet looking thing at the end of the weapon.
Yeah. And that was the first time we got an inclination that little puppet, that little Grogu was going to become Yoda. So, yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, I like that about the Mandalorian. Yeah. So, oh, it's not all about me. Come on now. Anyway, so please vote in the poll. Yay or nay. Be honest, okay? Don't base it on the 180, 18. Don't base it on the 18,000 plus people that have already voted in IMDb. I have never seen a lower grade, to be honest. I really have not. So I'm like, okay. So that's their opinion. But hey, we want your opinion. We need your help for next week so we can discuss that. We can also talk about some other, like we can discuss your, if you want to give us in your poll, your top 5 Christmas, holiday TV shows that you liked, besides
songs.
Songs. You can do your top Christmas songs. Food.
What's your favorite dessert at Christmas time? What's the best gift that you've given or received at Christmas time throughout your whole life? Could be something last year, or it could be when you're 3 years old. Just whatever. We just want to know.
Yeah, I know that. Well, I'll tell everybody next week because I'll know what it is. But it came from my beautiful wife Suzanne. The first time that we were able to meet one. We met each other twice in 2015. But when we got together and we went and enjoyed Christmas at my parents' house, that was together the first time. And she gave me a beautiful gift, which I still have. So, yeah, we'll talk about that next week. We'll let you folks know what that is. Yeah. And what I gave to her. So she, yeah.
But when we were backstage, you said that you thought that this was one of Art Carney's last things he ever did. And it was one of the last, but not the last.
Not the last. Okay.
No. And Art Carney did a movie called Steel that I like, which starred Lee Majors, which is on my channel, The Nostalgic Podblast, if you want to see it.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was shot in Lexington, Kentucky, on the site of the construction of a building. And sadly, a stuntman died attempting a high fall, a record for a high fall. A.J. Bakunis was the stuntman's name, and the airbag burst, and they left part of the scene in the film. But not many people know about that. It certainly was not a hit film. It wasn't a blockbuster by any means. It was a rather low budget movie, but I like it. I have it on reel-to-reel 16mm film in my collection too. But so you've seen it. I'm impressed that you know about that movie at all, Mikey.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, now here's interesting about Art Carney. The last thing that I see here he worked on was Last Action Hero that he did with
right,
Arnold
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. He played
1993.
Frank.
Yeah,
Yep,
shot in 92.
1993.
Yep.
And he's on video as Ed Norton in The Honeymooners, The Lost Episodes, which was a video that came out in 1991.
Well, those are just kinescopes. Those are from the 50s, of course.
Right,
You mean
right,
he introduced them? To my knowledge, he never introduced any of those.
right.
I think that all that is just a home video release because they started releasing those in 1987. MPI Home Video had exclusive rights, and they still do, to the Honeymooners hidden episodes.
Yeah.
The Lost episodes on Showtime, that was part of their exclusive deal with the Showtime cable network. This is the best DVD set that I'm holding up now.
Right.
Let me make myself big, as they say, so you can see it.
There we
And
go.
it came out way back in 2011 to celebrate, at that time, the 60th anniversary of the Honeymooners. Here, let me just...
Yeah, you can go bigger. That's what she said.
This is this is the greatest collection ever because they had some kinescopes
Nice.
that had never been released. Now,
I'm so jealous of you right now. Yeah.
there's the classic 39 episodes which were shot on film.
Right.
But the show debuted on the Dumont network in 1950, and then it became a CBS property in 1952.
Also, while you're looking for that, I want to mention hello to Bobcat Joe Gutfeld, our famous guy down there in the chat, who says that he has, hi, Mikey and Chancellor, I have a trivia question for the chat.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're talking about our next week's show. I'm probably going to delete this or set it to private after it's live. We're just trying to get some tips while we're live for next week's show. Next week will be our actual Christmas special, and this will be the first one I've done with Mikey. So I wanted to sort of pick his brain, and we had planned a 2:00 private meeting backstage, as they say. But I said, you know what? Are you up for going live? Let's go live and see if anyone's out there, any of our regulars that want to contribute, so we can feature maybe some clips or some, subject matters of things that you want to talk about in terms of the holiday season, the Christmas and Hanukkah holiday season specifically. So,
specifically, definitely. Yeah. Well, my sister gets to celebrate both. She married a wonderful Jewish man, and so she gets to celebrate Happy Hanukkah and Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Well, getting back to the Honeymooners, I want to say you may not know what a kinescope is. Do you know what a kinescope is, Mikey?
Oh my gosh.
That's okay. Well,
it's a very small. Yeah, it's a very small. It's like these black and white, but it's kind of like a negative, and you go back and there's like
very close. It's film, and what it is. All right, shows were live back in the 1950s, and the Honeymooners were skits on a show called the Jackie Gleason Show, which aired Saturday night. And so Jackie Gleason had a lot of good forethought, and he set up cameras to film the monitors, and also kinescopes were used coast to coast to send a live show to the West Coast from New York, where most of the live shows originated from.
Nice.
And so Jackie Gleason, he called them the lost episodes. They were never lost. He had them as sort of a retirement buffer fund. He knew exactly where they were for over 30 years. So he kept these in a film vault, these kinescopes. And that's why they look kind of grainy. I mean, it's literally a film recording of a monitor of a live show. So the quality's not great, but it's better than nothing. So the audio's a little wonky. And some of the films were starting to deteriorate. So he held a big press conference in 1984 with Showtime, because he cut a deal with them to air the lost episodes for the first time, episodes you never thought you'd see. Everyone had just seen those 39 episodes, those same classic 39 episodes as are deemed now and have been for some time, over and over and over again. So it was quite exciting to have all these, way more than just the 39. There were hundreds of skits in varying lengths, because it was just a skit on the Jackie Gleason 1 hour live show. So some skits would be as long as 55 minutes, almost the whole Jackie Gleason show.
Wow.
And some would be maybe 13 minutes. Some are even 6 minutes. And there's some that have never surfaced. But what was cool was MPI, when they would find more kinescopes, and this was after Jackie Gleason died, they would release them. I think he died in 1987, if I'm not mistaken. And then they found even more.
Always look it up.
I remember in 1993 on of all things, the Disney Channel, they found even more kinescopes of Jackie Gleason with Pert Kelton as Alice. She was the first Alice just in season 1 of the Jackie Gleason Show on the Dumont Network. And she had a heart issue, so she had to quit the show. And who auditioned was Audrey Meadows. And Audrey Meadows was deemed as too pretty. So she showed up for another audition with no makeup, with her hair messed up. She's told the story many times. And Jackie didn't even recognize her as a rejected actress from before for being too pretty. And that the rest is history. But Pert Kelton was more like Jackie. She was sort of big, loud. It was more like yin and yang than yin and yang. Because Alice could be loud. Audrey Meadows Alice, but she was thin and she was attractive, right? It was kind of like, what is she doing with him?
Right.
You know, that was part of the comedy. But man, Audrey could hold her own against Jackie. Now, Jackie Gleason reportedly had a photographic memory. He could look at a script one time and memorize the lines. His co-stars could not. They like to rehearse. And I've read a lot of books about the Honeymooners and Jackie Gleason, and he did not like to rehearse at all. And reportedly, this is why he got so big towards the classic 39 years. That was the 1955 to 56 season on the Dumont Network. He would eat like 2 pizzas a night, and he would drink like a keg of beer.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true. I wasn't there, but there have been many sources.
Yeah, we can't say what he did. But what was like, somebody asked me the other day. Well, no, somebody told me the other day.
Yeah.
Dean Martin, who did his own Christmas special too. Not a bad one, by the way.
Great one.
But there was an instance where he was on the Johnny Carson show. We had just talked about Johnny Carson with that wonderful author we talked to the last time. And there was the thing. Oh yes, Mr. Magoo Christmas. That was good, Joe. Yeah. And that was the first time, by the way, that was the first time that Filmation tried there on, and Jim Backus, of course, redid the
Nothing
role.
in Common. I knew that. I was going to let you talk, Mikey. Please continue. Let me interrupt you. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Nothing in Common. That was the last thing.
With Tom Hanks. Yep.
Yeah, with Tom Hanks, which was a great role. And Tom Hanks always said, I love Jackie. And he even mourned when he found out about Jackie's passing in 87. Yeah.
Look at the comment from
anyway, yeah. So getting back to the story. So we were talking the other day, on one of these shows. We were talking about Dean Martin. I was watching this video, and they said Dean was there with Johnny. Johnny said, "Do you really like get loaded before you come on board, whatever?" And so Johnny grabs his cup. Takes the sip, and he goes like this. That was a pure reaction of what Johnny. And it's available if you look for it. It's on YouTube. But he gets this really weird reaction when he drinks out of it. He thinks that, but now here's the thing. The mystery is that did he really drink like an alcoholic beverage that Dean Martin brought on the show? Or was that just a skit? Was that just kind of like a comedy bit, Because yeah, and there my beautiful wife said it. He never drank.
No,
it
reportedly
was a comedy thing. Yeah,
it was all a bit.
Wow.
And there were great Christmas Honeymooner sketches. The Christmas party sketch.
Yes.
And that started with right in the very beginning. They had the Christmas skit in the Pert Kelton as Alice sketches. And then, of course, in 1952, guess who was introduced playing a trumpet? This was a big recording star and an actor. And he performed Blue Skies in the second Honeymooners Christmas party sketch from 1952, December 1952. Do you know who that is? Think. Someone who played a trumpet. I'll give you a hint. He was in the 1961 movie, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. One of the supporting actors in that movie.
Right.
Could be.
It was it Walter Matthau?
No. He was young. He was a kid. I'll give you another hint. He was a child at the time in 1952.
Who, honey?
Jack Kingsman.
Oh, you mean Jack Klugman? Jack Klugman.
No, younger than him. Younger than him. This is someone who is known for playing a trumpet. He was also in the movie Grease with Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta.
Okay.
Let's see if anyone in the chat. No Google cheating now.
Yeah, no Google. I'm not typing. Wow.
Chat, not you. I was talking to the chat.
Right. WPI. Oh, well. Oh, and yeah, we forgot to introduce to say hello to Keebler Danger. She has started coming to our channel there at Chatty Blogger MS. Welcome, Keebler. Good to see you as well.
You were talking, I did acknowledge her earlier, and she had a good tip for our next week's show. This is just a practice show for a Christmas special next week for Mikey. And she said, why don't you incorporate trivia on each topic in between
to engage the chat? Good idea. Yes, we're going to do that next week. Yeah,
I know Joe likes that. Joe loves trivia. He's always asking.
Joe loves that stuff. Yeah, he salivates. Now, who was this person? I cannot. Do you know what role he played in Grease?
Yeah, he sang a song. Frenchie liked him.
Frankie Avalon. Frankie Avalon.
Yes, very good. Frankie Avalon. Excellent. Way to go, Mikey.
Frankie, baby. Yeah, Frankie Avalon.
Frankie Avalon.
Along with Annette Funicello, who did the Beach Blanket movies.
But this was a long lost sketch until about 2011.
Wow.
And the Honeymooners Christmas Party, 1952. And that's the first major national outlet that Frankie Avalon ever had. And he's playing his trumpet, playing Blue Skies. And if I could play it, I would. But you know how the copyright bots are out there.
No, I know.
I think it would cause a problem. MPI is very protective of their material.
But now you said that he did his version of Blue Skies. I'm sure if we look somewhere, YouTube should have it. They should have like an audio clip of it available.
That's what I'm saying.
Look for it sometime.
Right,
yeah.
Let me see if I can find it, and I'll try to play it. I just don't want any issue with copyright.
No, you only have to play like a couple seconds.
I'll play a couple bars,
maybe a minute or something. Yeah.
I've played it before without an issue.
Oh, you have? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, but it's been like 3 or 4 years since I played it, and I talked about it. Hang on.
Oh, this is Frankie Avalon. He was playing the trumpet of Blue Skies, the song Blue Skies, which, by the way, here's some interesting facts. The guy who played Data, Brent Spiner, did Blue Skies, sang it for Star Trek Nemesis at the wedding of Riker and Deanna Troi.
Oh, wow.
So that's a trivia right there. That was Brent Spiner who sang Blue Skies. Yeah.
I love that song. Okay.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I found it. I'm going to try. Yeah. Oh, perfect. I'm going to convert it and play it for you all. Heck yes, I found it. Just like you said.
Yay.
If it's on there from 4 years ago, I should be okay, I would think. Keebler, what do you think? Should I play it or not? I'll play just a little bit of it.
Yeah, let us know, Keebler.
Yeah. I don't want the stream to go down.
Yeah,
they used to have me all the time. Keebler knows, like 2 years ago, I would play clips during the stream, and my stream would go down for the live folks. It would stay up on Facebook. Sometimes it would go down on Facebook, stay up on YouTube, and vice versa.
Right, that's
and
weird.
Sometimes it would go down on both. So it's like I don't want to get in any trouble about these stupid clips.
Yeah, so that's a good thing that, and I'm sure you could access it online somewhere. That Joe had said that WPIX Channel 11 still plays the Honeymooners on New Year's Eve. That's cool. They do a marathon. Is that right, Joe? If I remember correctly, we used to have a channel back in Arizona, Channel 12, that on New Year's Eve they used to do Honeymooners reboots, and they used to do a marathon from New Year's Eve, like the beginning of the day, all the way through to New Year's Day, 12 midnight. And it was just constant marathon, all the episodes they tried to play. Yeah.
And just like Twilight Zone on Sci-Fi, formerly the Sci-Fi Channel, on New Year's Day, they always play a nice little marathon. But I love
they do a marathon
so much.
That's what Joe said. Yeah, they do a marathon.
I should do a whole Podblast on the Honeymooners, because the third Podblast, I've done hundreds now. The third one was one I did about the Honeymooners. I did that with Al Hardy and I think Tom Williams. But it's time to do it with clips, video clips, because that was an audio-only show for the most part. We put it on the air in WTZA, a 50,000-watt station here in Atlanta.
All right, so Keebler's saying that she said I'd play a second, you might get clean. Okay.
I'll play a little bit of it. If I get this, like I said, this is just a temporary stream. By the time Natalie lands in New York, I took her to the airport, our producer. I'm probably going to set this to private. I just wanted to get some ideas from our regulars in the chat about next week's actual program. All right, it's processing now the clip. Let's see here.
Okay. And
This
Joe
is Frankie
does say
Avalon.
they used to do it for 17 hours straight. Correct. Yeah, they did it first thing in the morning and then waited all the way to midnight. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. And I remember one of the funniest skits in terms of the pre-recorded ones, that the Classic 39 was Young at Heart, where Ralph tries to roller skate. Do you remember that one, Mikey?
Oh,
and there must have been a lot of kids in the audience, because if you watch it to this day, you hear kids going, steady now, when Ralph has like a tray of coffee and he's on the roller skates, he's about to fall. And you can hear all these kids going, steady now. Yeah, the Honeymooners.
My mother told me at one time when I was still living in Arizona, and I was going to go roller skating on a rink. You know, they used to have the roller skate that, you know, this before disco, whatever. And I was scared to death. I was holding on to like the side there, trying to roller skate on this circular rink. Thank you, my gorgeous wife. She brought me some lunch for later. Anyway, so rink. So yeah, on the rink. So I'm holding on to this thing, and then I'm like, I start to skate, and I go, okay, you know, it was great. Now, when it came to ice skating, oh no, roller skating was easier. Ice skating, no.
Yeah,
I wasn't Peggy Fleming back then. No way.
I can do both, but yeah, I agree. It's a little more challenging to do the ice skating moves.
Oh, much.
You can't do the triple
Very
axle,
much so.
Mike. You can't do the triple axle backwards.
Brother, why would you ask me that?
I'm kidding, of course.
I know you were. I know, but it's funny as hell. I was like trying to go, you know.
Well, here's the clip.
Slow and steady.
Here's the clip of Frankie Avalon. This is from live television in December 1952. This was his first major appearance. I think he was only 12 years old. Let's watch.
Wow.
Hey, girl. Yeah. I was upstairs looking out the window. I seen two guys shoving a dead horse into a truck.
They were just here to fix the television.
They found a dead horse in the television?
Yeah, stupid. He was killed on a Gene Autry picture.
Look, Trixie, I don't want to hit you on Christmas, but... Oh, come on in, kid. Come on in.
Are you ready?
All set and ready to go.
Where are you going?
This is Frankie Avalon. I'm taking him down to Joe the bartender's. He's a terrific trumpet player.
Pretty good, huh?
I said terrific. Oh, Frankie, this is my good neighbor and friend, Mrs. Cramden.
Hi, Frankie.
This is my wife, Trixie.
Hi.
Oh, wait till you hear this kid. Hey, give us a number now, Frankie. Come on out. Wait till you hear it.
How about that?
I give it up to Frankie for that. I'm telling you.
I'm going to tell you what year that originally.
He was so talented. He could sing. He could play the trumpet. He could play other instruments as well. And you know, when they brought back the Beach Blanket movies with Annette Funicello and the rest, and you know, and you knew even then Frankie Avalon was just so talented. And then of course we saw him in Grease where he did Beauty School Dropout. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, the Frenchie. I love that actress too, and she's
Oh.
thank goodness. That's Didi Cohn. Didi Cohn.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, Didi Cohn. She
Didi
sure
Cohn.
is.
Right. Cool.
And I loved her, and she wore that wig. She looks nothing like she does in Grease. She was on Match Game back in those days in the 70s.
That pink wig. That
Huh.
pink wig. One of my sisters tried on that pink wig one time.
Really? Was it
Yeah,
so-
for Halloween. I
was
didn't
it-
forget that. No, one time.
What? Go ahead. What?
No, I was gonna say one Halloween. One of my two younger sisters tried it on. that found a pink wig that she thought, and then she started singing like she was Frenchy, and too funny. Anyway,
Cool.
it's you never know what you can untap in this mind. It's for me, it's Warehouse 13. So it's like all these little facts that go choop choop, and I'm like, oh, that's it. And that's what happened. Yeah,
I'm trying to pull out the DVD of the Honeymooners, because I want to tell you the air date of that clip with Frankie Avalon, because I didn't have time to prepare anything, and for some reason the dang thing is getting stuck. Hang on a second.
Okay.
And I'm trying to pull.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So
what
what we got from Joe was they started it for him. They started at midnight on New Year's Eve and ran till 5 p.m. on New Year's Day. Yeah, I've seen that before too. For us in Arizona, they did it starting at noontime on Channel 12, which was our NBC affiliate in Phoenix, Arizona, and they would run it from 12 noon in the afternoon for lunch. Ran it for 12 straight hours, and then they did a few extras after midnight of into New Year's Day. So we did it different, but yeah, that's cool. He also says my favorite one is the quiz show episode and the one where Ralph goes on a rent strike. Yeah,
okay,
those
Christmas Party aired on December 20th, 1952. That clip we just saw, and it was live from New York. Live from New York. It's a Jackie Gleason show. Yep.
Yeah, the Honeymooners. Yeah.
And that skit was 42 minutes, 25 seconds long.
Wow.
Just looking at, there's like a great booklet in that DVD set of the Honeymooners.
Yeah.
Hidden episodes that I mentioned. Now they call them the lost episodes, because in 1987, when it first hit VHS, they had to be called the hidden episodes. I'm repeating myself, but Showtime had the exclusive copyright, I think, or trademark copyright for the term the Honeymooners, the lost episodes. So MPI Home Video had to call them the hidden episodes. But on the flash forward to 2011, and the doggone DVDs from MPI now say the lost episodes. So I guess that contract long since expired with Showtime and Viacom.
And Bobcat, Joe Gutfeld says a local channel aired. Very cool. Yes. Yeah, they did that. Also, like now local channels did it. But I do know that Channel 8, KAET in Tempe, Arizona, also the public broadcasting station that I knew my friend through there, Scott, also aired it. And odd things like that. He also said they aired an Odd Couple Marathon. Yes, with Tony Randall and Jack Klugman.
I never cared for that show. I never liked that show.
It was okay. It had its moments. I like the Walter Matthau Jack Lemmon.
Oh yeah, the movie,
which is based off the play. Yeah, I mean, the movie itself is fantastic. But
another TV I've covered solo, and it's TV shows based on films, because there were some that were actually successful, but most of them were not really.
MASH.
Remember that MASH, of course, but that's more successful than the movie. And then what about 9 to 5? There was a show with Sally Struthers playing the role by Dolly Parton, based on the movie.
Yeah, was it Sally? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Sally Struthers was in that. And then let me just get back to this. The Honeymooners, the first Christmas party special with Pert Kelton as Alice, aired on December 21st, 1951. And there's still some sketches that are still lost. Like there's one called Easter Hats, which has never surfaced from 1952. Anyway, but it's documented here on this list, but not all of them are on the DVDs because they haven't been found.
And Joe just mentioned too, he said a total underrated Christmas special is Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. I do remember seeing that.
I've never seen that.
I was a young enough kid. I watched when they first introduced Sesame Street. That goes a long time ago. When they first introduced Sesame Street on TV on that local Boston station.
I got a weird piece of trivia for you about Sesame Street.
Okay.
The music of the theme, dun 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 dun, that was stolen, in my opinion, from a 1965 soundtrack by Dominique Frontier. Dominique Frontier did the music for shows like 12 O'Clock High. He did season 1 of The Outer Limits, the original Outer Limits, 1963-64.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a great one.
There's a movie called Billy, which starred Patty Duke. And in the soundtrack, there was a song, and it's on my record. I'm going to play it maybe next time, a few bars, or maybe after the Christmas and New Year's shows we're going to do. I'll play it, compare it, do a side-by-side comparison. You'll hear, I mean, it might be unintentional, but it's the same beat, the same sound of those opening bars of Sesame Street. Sesame Street debuted in 1969, and that movie was released in 65, so the movie came way earlier than Sesame Street. Cool. And we'll play a clip of Frankie Avalon singing, and this is from 1965. Speaking of 1965, on the Patty Duke Show. This is from my other channel, Chance Acting Demo, and it's a 2-minute clip. But look how different he looks in this clip. I thought it didn't look like him in the Honeymooners clip I played. I mean, I know he's younger. He's like 12 years old, so he would have been. Let's see. Let's do the math. Okay, 52 to 62. This is 13 years.
That was the Patty Duke Show, was where she played herself.
Yeah, the twin. He would have been 25 years old in this clip, if my math's right. If he was 12 in 1952, in the summer of 65, when this would have been filmed, this is the season 3 premiere, the Patty Duke Show. It's titled A Foggy Day in Brooklyn Heights. And it's the second time Frankie Avalon was on the Patty Duke Show. He was in the first filmed episode, which didn't air first. It aired later, but it was called How to Be Popular. And there was a fantasy sequence where Cathy, the cousin, Patty's cousin, supposedly from a nondescript European country. It's never says she's from England. Later in season 3, they said she's from England. But in the beginning, it was very ambiguous, because her father was an identical twin with Patty's father. So anyone that knows anything about genealogy, it's an improbability to have an identical cousin in the first place. But it's TV, right? It's a TV show.
Of course it is.
And it's one actress, Anna Marie. And you know who her son is, don't you? Patty Duke?
Yeah, Sean Astin, who appeared in The Lord of the Rings.
Thank you very much. And Rudy. And he's the screen
actor.
Rudy.
Yeah, no, he was great in Rudy. And we should talk about Rudy sometime, because
he was in Stranger Things season 2. And he is the current, as we're live, president of the Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA. I'm getting a phone call. Did you hear that noise? That was my phone vibrating.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that voice.
Good. I'm glad it didn't come through the mic. Let's watch this clip. Here is Frankie Avalon serenading Patty. Or is he? Let's watch.
These are the good times while we are young. No chance I'm taking, no song unsung. These are the good times. Life goes your way, loving each moment of each new day. While the meadows are green, free as the wind are we, sharing a dream, living our destiny. These are the good times. Long as you care, and all of the good times will always share.
What? You never kissed me like that before.
Here's Cathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights.
Nice.
Had to put a little bit of the theme in there. The season 3 version. Sid Rahman did the music. Or Sid Raymond, actually, is how you pronounce his last name, for season 1 and 2. Right. And then he got scrapped. The show went from New York to Los Angeles, California for season 3, but it was in New York originally.
Yeah. And that's great, Joe. He has the DVD of Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. That was a very special show, by the way.
Nice.
And everybody, you know what? Here's the thing, too. Tell me, Joe, if I recall it correctly, but this was one of the very few times that Oscar the Grouch was not a grouch. He actually was a good Muppet. From his garbage can. I think he said maybe one or two things that weren't, but I mean, he's Oscar, right? I mean, he's a mean guy, but he's a grouch. But I think, if I'm correct, now you can let me know, Joe, please, in the comment. But I believe that was one of the very few times in the entire Sesame Street show that he was actually nice, that he was good. Yeah. And he had a legitimate tear or something. I don't know.
We'll get back to Patty Duke. All right.
Anyway,
sadly passed. Patty, let me get back to Patty Duke. All right. So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
She passed away. You're fine. She passed away sadly on March 29th, 2016 from a ruptured appendix. So it was pretty preventable. But she has another son, Mackenzie Aston, who was on a couple seasons of the Facts of Life TV show, which lasted for 9 years on NBC. And a little interesting factoid about Sean Astin. Back in 2001, he was interviewed in Parade magazine, and he broke the news that John Astin, the original Gomez Addams on TV's Addams Family, is not his biological father.
Right.
Patty was married in an annulled marriage to someone she was subletting her apartment to at the time, Michael Tell. And Sean Astin had some tests. This is his words in an old interview. He had some tests done and some paternity tests, and it revealed that John Astin is not your biological father. And you can kind of see, if you look at Mackenzie, you can see John Astin's eyes. He has kind of wide eyes in the face, just like Mackenzie has. And if you look at the picture of Michael Tell and Patty Duke's autobiography, it's titled Call Me Anna, you will see the definite resemblance between the two. Anyway.
Oh, definitely. But I wanted to quickly mention, I don't want to make this sound morbid, but I do want to let you know from the cast, I did a quick examination of the Star Wars Holiday TV special. We did, I'll just tell you who's still alive from the cast. There was a small actor named Paul Gale who plays Itchy.
Oh, wow.
And he is, let's see, as of November 17th of this year, he is officially 76 years old. So he is still here with us. Of course, Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker, was born on September 25th. But of course, he's a major actor, so he's not going to reveal how old he is.
Well,
but hey, the man's still breathing anyway. Harrison Ford, of course, playing Han, and he's still around. He just turned 83 back on July 13th is his birthday. 3 days before my mom's birthday. How about that?
That's cool.
Let's see. Yeah. And Anthony Daniels, who played C-3PO, yes. He is now officially 79. As of February 21st, it was his birthday. And let's see down here the line. Yes, of course, as you know, others that I don't want to mention them past, but we know a lot of people did pass. However, we do have two of the original members of Jefferson Starship. Craig Kachiko is still alive, and then actor and soundtrack. And of course, the other one from the band, and I know that Grace Slick is still alive, so that's good. David Freiberg, whichever way you pronounce it, but he was born in 1938. So he, as of August 24th, is 87 years young, actor and soundtrack from Jefferson Starship. So those were the holographic band members. There were four of them. There was Marty Ballin, Craig Chakiko, I could say that right, Paul Kantner, and David Freiberg. And one last person we have, Jack Rader, the Imperial Guard that stood next to Darth Vader in the clip. He is officially 88 years old. He was born January 2nd of 1937. So those are the remaining wonderful people that worked on this special. As I said, an all-star cast, but unfortunately, we lost a lot of them. So
We sure did. And there's Chewbacca's family behind me.
there they are. Which one was Itchy in that special? Which one is Itchy? Is that the one on the far right, just below Chewbacca? I think that's him. Yeah, Itchy. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's Itchy right there. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, and they had that great deleted scene I talked about earlier in the show with Darth Vader from Star Wars stalking the halls, and he's talking to the guy who warned Grand Moff Tarkin. We analyze our attacks, sir, and there is a danger. Shall I have your ship standing by? And then Grand Moff Tarkin says, evacuate in a moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances. He had another scene with Darth Vader that was cut, but it is in the Star Wars Holiday Special.
It is.
And they dubbed over some lines. And, of course, the late, great James Earl Jones voiced Darth Vader. Everybody knows that. Like
of
no one
course.
knows that. Like, that's news to you. But
Yeah.
they used him to dub over those lines. And did you ever see the Donnie Marie Star Wars special? That was from season 3 of that show from September 1977. You had disco dancing stormtroopers, and you had, get this, Red Fox as Obi-Wan Kenobi. You big dummy from Sanford and Son. He played Obi-Wan Kenobi. Have you ever seen that? Have you seen that, Mike?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
It was on
there's
YouTube.
a lot of things. I watched a lot of TV. Yeah.
Well,
a lot of things I did see.
There was a great YouTube channel, Dave Osmond's videos or Osmond videos. Anyway, it got shut down by the Osmond people, but he had like in perfect quality, perfect visual quality. I think every episode of the Sid and Marty Krofft, they're the ones that started the Donnie Marie show for ABC TV. And then eventually the Osmond family took it over and they moved and built a huge facility in Utah. And that's where like the last season of the Donnie Marie show was produced.
That was actually they built the facility. I think this is right. They built it in Provo, Utah, near the campus of Brigham Young University, which was right there in the auditorium and everything. So yeah, they built it right there. Well, that's because all the Osmonds were from Utah. So yeah, group.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that show. But that Star Wars special is great. And guess who played Han Solo? Chris Christopherson played Han Solo in the Donnie Marie Star Wars episode.
In the Donnie Marie special.
Very next week, they had a tribute to the Wizard of Oz with Ray Bolger and some of and Lucille Ball. I mean, big stars. I wish they would have a Pluto TV channel dedicated to classic Donnie Marie. I love that Disney Plus is airing The Muppet Show and has for some time to document that. Those were my two favorite variety shows as a kid, Donnie Marie and The Muppet Show. Those are the best.
Yeah.
And I like Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, my two favorite variety shows were the Dean Martin roast. Love those things, and I loved the Muppet Show. And I faithfully, as I told you previously in our Podblast, with the wonderful author Mark Manicow, right? Yeah. I mentioned that I was a faithful watcher of every single since I was born. You know, because my mom and dad loved Johnny Carson, and I watched every single thing all the way up to 92. And I remember the thing about Bette Midler, which she was one of the last to do it, to do one of the last episodes. I remember her giving Barry Manilow a break in bathhouses back in the 70s. That's how Barry Manilow got started. Was he played as part of her band in bathhouses and things back then. So Bette Midler. So I remember that. And still to this day, my favorite song by her is From a Distance. And if you get a chance, watch the video. It is so meaningful, and with her voice and everything, it is. It's a beautiful video. It truly is. From a Distance. Yeah.
From a Distance.
Yeah.
I'm loading some photos as you speak.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Cool.
Now, you weren't here the last 2 weeks. You were sick. I did a 2-week special on Marvel Team Up.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was sick, and I felt bad. No. I think you would have been bored to tears because it's just me talking about the plot of the comic book. No, it would have gone on even more because we're both big talkers. So everything happens for a reason. But I'm just glad you're better. And producer Natalie wanted me to pass along, which I told you privately. I'll say it publicly, even though I'm probably going to private the stream.
shortly after
Right.
it's over. She
Sure.
wanted to extend her well wishes to you and your lovely wife. And it sounds like you're
Thank
both
you.
over it. Did you have like the flu or something? What was going on?
It was a big long, well, classic 24-hour flu, but it felt worse. I mean, because my wife caught it. Both our cats caught it. They caught it their own kind of flu, but then I caught it, and I know I got it from my wife, beautiful wife that she is all of the time. But yeah, we were sick, and then we had some issues. I won't go into it here, but we did have some issues after Thanksgiving on the 27th of November, and they were pretty bad. We didn't feel well, and so yeah. So we just have had some flu issues these last few weeks, and we did. But now we feel a lot better. And by the way, thank you, Keebler and everyone, for your prayers for my wife, Suzanne. She had her next cortisone shot in her right knee yesterday, and now we just have to wait a couple months to get her surgery done on it. So on both knees. So
Excellent.
Lots of prayers up for my wife on that one.
Excellent stuff. Well, last time, like I said, I covered and concluded every issue ever made of Marvel Team Up. Here, let me change this so you can be seen.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. There we go. How about that?
There we go. There you go.
This is a comic book shop poster that I have in my collection, and that's, I think, by artist Ron.
Well, yeah,
Frank.
I told you one of the very first Marvel comic I ever read was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then when the Spider-Man TV series with Nicholas Hammond came out, I was like, oh, I was over the,
Yeah.
I loved it. It still is. It is still, I would say, next to Incredible Hulk, I would say it was one of my favorite and the best adaptation they did TV-wise.
Yes.
Of both Spider-Man and of the Incredible Hulk, which is,
And as you know, Danny passed away, which Joe mentioned in the chat. The day it happened or a day after, the original Electric Company live-action Spider-Man, the first live-action Spider-Man.
Yes.
He passed away recently at the end of
the one that dressed up as him?
Yeah,
Right.
for Electric Company.
Yeah.
So the reason I brought this up, I went collectively, part 1 and part 2. It's almost 8 hours long. Is that not insane? I went into a little too much detail, but I've gone back and I put in some cue marks every 20 issues or so you can stop and start again. Anyone that just cares about the comic books and wants to see the covers, like I put right away, okay, the comic books start at the 14-minute mark. So there's cue marks. You just click it. It'll take you right to the part of the show that you want to see, the comic book stuff. And there's the last issue of Marvel Team Up, by the way. That's what that looked like. I still have that loaded up in my computer. But the reason I'm talking about this is I had downloaded some pictures that I didn't share of the artist. I just showed them real quickly. That's Steve Lealoha. He's best known for drawing Spider-Woman for Marvel comic books in 1978 and 79.
I remember that dark red and wow.
And this is Klaus Janson. I did show him, but he is an inker, and he inked a lot of work by Frank Miller for Daredevil. He's a really good inker, one of my favorites. And an inker literally traces over pencil artwork of a pencil artist. And then there's Herb Trimpe, and he is the guy that drew Wolverine for the first time in the Incredible Hulk issues 180, 181, and 182. So he co-created Wolverine officially. Nice. And then I showed him, but I did not show Arthur Adams. There's artist Arthur Adams. This is Mark Gruenwald. This is the guy who officially created Madcap, even though that was my character. We won't go into that. Now, here's one I did not show. That's Barry Windsor Smith. He created Conan the Barbarian, at least in Marvel Comics form in 1970. He drew a lot of the issues and covers, and he's just a wonderful artist. And he's British. And there's Frank Miller. We just spoke about him. There's what Frank Miller looks like. And he did The Dark Knight in 1986 for DC Comic Books, a 4-issue miniseries, very dark. And it was kind of like the forerunner to Batman 1989 by Tim Burton. Yeah.
Was it Frank Miller that also did the comic work for what was the name? Sin City? Was it for Sin City that he did?
You know what he did? He created Elektra in Daredevil and killed her off too.
Right.
Denny O'Neil wrote a lot of these stories of Daredevil, and he was like a really good artist. I thought Frank Miller's one of the best. And he did some covers too for like the Incredible Hulk. And now here is John Beatty.
Nice.
This guy, the poster behind me in the Marvel Team Up Nostalgic Podblast Every Issue Ever Made shows, you'll see a frame poster, which you see in that shot right there.
Yeah. Yes.
He's an inker, and he would primarily team up with Mike Zeck, who penciled that artwork. He did the artwork and inking work for Marvel Superheroes, The Secret Wars, which will be a major motion picture, Avengers Secret Wars, coming soon to a theater near you.
Yes.
That's what he looks like. So I wanted to show that, and the reason I did not, hang on, I'll show you. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. That's some of my Podblast art that Tom Williams put together, friend of the show.
Yeah. Now, like I said, the first thing we saw after we watched Fantastic Four First Steps, and after we saw the Deadpool Wolverine, the first thing that's supposed to come out after we saw First Steps is Avengers Doomsday. And then the next one after that is supposed to be Avengers Secret Wars.
That's correct. That is absolutely correct. That's what it says right at the end. And you have that scene with Dr. Doom. Oh, spoiler.
Yes.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry about that. But it's been a while on Disney Plus. So hopefully I didn't spoil anything. But everybody knows it's Robert Downey Jr., like you just said, playing Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
In an alternate universe. And I'm looking at Frank Miller's credits here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm going to get out of my box here the first appearance of Elektra from Daredevil issue 168. He did do Sin City. You asked me about that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's Frank Miller. He's just a great storyteller in terms of graphic art.
And I did like the Sin City movies. And Jessica Alba was in one of those. Bruce Willis. There was, oh, and even what's his name? Wood played a guy that goes after other people. I don't want to say the ASS word, but but who I'm talking about is what is his first name? Something Wood. I can't remember, but he was a guy like dressed up and he was a hitman. Okay, we can say that. So hitman, yeah. And I was just consulting here with Joe, who is the voice of Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back, and that is correct. Jason Winter.
Bullock was the guy in the costume. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, Jason Winter.
Bullock was in the costume, but Winter did the voice.
He's dead too, unfortunately.
From all the family. That's a shame.
He's dead. Yeah. Let me look at. Let me do something here.
Yeah.
There we go. I want to show you the first appearance of Elektra. There we go.
Yeah, go for it.
My background's gonna screw it up. There. Oh yeah, it's a mint copy. I wanted to show, and it's a newsstand edition. Let me take off the backdrop really quick so I can show you.
Yeah.
All right, none. There we go. There it is. Now you can see it. Let me take it out of the bag. But who played Elektra on the big screen in 2003?
Okay, Elektra was Jennifer Garner.
There you go. You're quick.
And I'm going to give you guys a trivia question. Okay.
Trouble. I haven't changed the back. My producer wants me to change the top of my shelf because it does look like crap, and I forgot to do. That's why I was using a backdrop. So if she watches this from New York, that's part of the reason why I want to private this after it's live.
Yeah,
because I'm trying.
Will I still be able to access it for my playlist, my friend?
Huh?
When you put it private, will I be able to still, put it in my playlist so I have it?
I don't know how that works. I mean, maybe I'll keep it up. Maybe. Do you think I should keep it up? I
think you should keep it up because this helps people prepare them for next week. But again, I leave it up to the Natalie. She is the lady.
But she's in New York for the weekend with her best friend, and
I think you should leave it up. I think that's a good thing. Okay,
here's does that look good to you or what? Look, Mikey, real quick. Not to interrupt you. Doesn't that look like it's in mint condition? Do you see anything wrong with this book? I don't.
No, it's in mint.
This is a
key. Don't bend it. Don't.
I know, but see, I took it out of the bag so you can see it even better, and it's even rarer to find a good copy that's a newsstand, because a newsstand means it was on a comic book rack and kids could go through it and bend the book and whatnot. But that's Frank Miller.
Oh, by the way, Ben Affleck played Daredevil in the Daredevil movie.
Frank Miller wrote and penciled this with Klaus Jansson's inks.
Nice.
Now let me put my back.
All right. So there was 4 major characters that showed up in Deadpool and Wolverine, And don't cheat. Don't go look in IMDb or whatever in the guest list. But there were 4 major comic heroes that showed up in it. And you don't have to tell me the name of the actress or actress, because we already just said one of them. But tell me the 4 that appeared in the non-world, the non-void, the void, that's what they called it. Tell me those 4 that appeared in the void. Just give me the characters. Yeah.
Wasn't it Alias? Bob is asking, Jennifer Garner guest starred in what show? Wasn't it Alias? I think that was the show.
Alias. Yes, Alias on TV. Yes.
This is the first comic book Frank Miller drew for Daredevil 158.
Nice.
All right, trivia question. No Google cheat chat, Joe or anybody. In what comic book did Frank Miller first draw Daredevil? In what comic book? Could be Daredevil, could be something else. What do you think? Let's take a guess.
Yeah.
She was an Alias, wasn't she?
She was an Alias.
I thought you said starred in. My bad.
Yeah, but the first time was Law and Order. You're right, Joe. You know a lot more than we do, Joe. So,
and guess what state she's from? West Virginia. And I met her on the set of The Odd Life of Timothy Green. She couldn't have been nicer. Out of her own pocket, she hired a guy to make espressos for the cast and crew.
Do we know what part of West Virginia? I'm getting all of a sudden like Wheeling, West Virginia. Maybe that was where she was from.
But check it out, man.
Some other place. Yeah.
Another mint condition book. First time that Frank Miller did the pencils in the Daredevil title. All right. Well, to answer the trivia question, the first time that Frank Miller drew Daredevil was in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
No one would have guessed that unless you're a comic book nerd like me. I think that's kind of a hard question.
Yeah.
But all right. Alias the show she starred in? Am I wrong? Was it Alias with Jennifer Garner?
Now, she was in Alias from 2001 to 2006.
That's what put her on the map. That was her big.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She not only was actress, but she also was producer and director. Yeah, let's take a look here. Okay. So, Miss Jennifer Garner, April 17th, 1972. Okay. She was actually born in Houston, Texas.
What? I thought she was from Virginia. Okay,
no. It says here she's come a long way from her birthplace of Houston, Texas, but she was raised in Charleston, West Virginia by her mother.
Raised in. Okay, that's right. I went wrong. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. No worries. So she is officially 53 as of April 17th of this year. Wow. She was nominated for 4 Primetime Emmys. Let's see here. Yeah, she did Alias from 2001 to 2006. She did Daredevil in 2003. And that'd be a nice trivia question. What was Elektra's last name? She had an official last name too.
Sure did.
13 going on 30 in 2004, and then Juno in 2007. All right, let's see. What is her first? Let's see what her very first appearance was. We can go back here. Back into the Wayback Machine. Let's see here. That's a reference if you can remember that. Okay. As an actress, the first thing she did appear in was in 1995, a TV movie called Zoya, where she plays Sasha. Then there's Harvest of Fire. That's just a movie. Swift Justice. In 1996, she was in one episode of Swift Justice, episode 7 of season 1, No Holds Barred, where she played a character named Allison. And then, so there's your answer there, Joe.
And here's the death of Elektra in comic books, mint condition, issue 181, double size issue. And look at the tragic cover there.
Yeah,
Matt Murdock grieving the death of Elektra at her gravesite.
Yeah, but it says here, according to the background, it says here that Garner did appear in 3 other series. Swift Justice was first, but then she appeared in Dead Man's Walk for 2 episodes, which was a TV miniseries. Then she was in Law and Order for 1 episode as Jamie, which was from season 6, episode 23, called Aftershock. And then she did Spin City. I think that was the one with Michael J. Fox in 1996. Season 1, Episode 10, The Competition, where she plays Becky in that. So yeah, she played in 4 of those.
Sorry, Spider.
Yeah. Four different shows there. But you are correct, Joe. One of them was where she's, but she didn't start in, Law and Order. She started in Swift Justice. Then she did Law and Order. So yeah.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Show Frank Miller again.
Yeah, Frank.
Still with us. Thank goodness he's still with us. And I was showing some other covers. Look at that weird photo cover. I showed that in part 2 of Marvel Team Up.
Okay.
It's pretty cheesy, I think. But I love the painted covers like that one for Web of Spider-Man issue 1. But anyway, this isn't a comic show. We're just trying to get some ideas
for
about
next
our
week.
Christmas show we're going to do. And we're going to talk about Christmas gifts and like the best gifts you ever got. We're going to talk about music, of course, TV specials and the like. I'm trying to make it not be the same old crap I talk about every year, but a lot of people found the Podblast maybe this year. So it might be new to them. So I probably will rehash some stuff. But by the way, my sister had this record album when we were kids. Donnie Marie, look at that. There's the inside. And there's the top of it. I'll never forget when she got that as a little girl at Christmas time. That's how old I am. That's how ancient I am.
My all-time favorite is I'm a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yep. Wow.
Never imagined that Marie was a country gal, but guess she was. Yes, she was. And Donnie was definitely rock and roll, and he grew up that way. And Jimmy Osmond, wow, Jimmy, he came a long way. I'm telling you, he was such a good singer along with Donnie, his brother.
Yeah, he liked the big band stuff.
He loved that stuff. Yeah, he did. Keebler says that she saw your text, Chance. I don't know if you did this one yet. I can't do panels yet. She said I don't have a headset yet, but I do need a Type-C or adapter. Okay.
Yeah. No, what I did was I invited Keebler to be backstage. The reason we're live, folks, we were just going to go backstage and plan next week's show. And I said to Mikey, hey, are you up for going live to see if anybody's out there? Let's just ask the chat what they'd like to see in our holiday special so I don't repeat the same crap year after year.
Right.
Like the old, how lame is it when people are talking about the Die Hard debate? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not? Every freaking year, and it's the same old crap. I'm just tired of, I like to watch people that don't say the same thing as everyone else. I don't know about you. You know what I mean?
The hint, by the way, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So I invited Keebler to go backstage, and so she's referring to that. But we're here now, so there you go.
We're here. Jennifer is so hot. How about doing some holiday special trivia next week? We will, sir. We will do that. And I know that Chance will plan those questions and try to get you some merch. So yes.
Maybe I'll do some prizes. That would be good. I think people like to get stuff. I just have some token prizes.
Yeah, for Christmas, something free.
And then Keebler said, Chance is so old. How old is he? Chance is so old, there was still dirt in the floors and homes when he was born.
Okay, well,
I'm with you, Keebler. I'm not going to disagree with my part-time, mostly full-time co-host here, because it is there's Christmas in it. I mean, we can debate it. We'll save it for next time. A friendly debate.
We'll save that. We'll save that for next week. Yes.
Even though we
will talk about that, Keebler. It is not a Christmas movie.
It's new.
It is an action movie, which I won't deny, but there's some Christmas-related bits to it. And a lot of people, that is an endless debate. It is a Christmas movie. No, it's not a Christmas movie. It's an action movie. But,
yeah.
Anyway.
We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, we will. Definitely. Thank you for bringing that up.
Bob, Joe Gutfeld's asking, how about Lethal Weapon as a Christmas movie? Talk about that.
Yeah, it could also be a debate we could talk about as well, because it does have some Christmas trees that he goes through, and with the thing with the evil D word, and so when that starts. So that could be. Yeah, that's a good debate one too. So we can take a look at both Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. Sure. Yeah. Luckily, Bruce Willis is still alive, but we're praying for him because, of course, he's not all there now. So
it's terrible. And Michael Scott, who has been suffering from MS for years, or is it Parkinson's? Is what it is.
Parkinson's. Yes, as you know, Chatty Blogger, MS stands for Mikey Sues. I had to shorten it because, and actually, I'm glad I did, because YouTube likes to add these numbers to your name. I don't know if that's to keep track or what. I'm not going to debate on that. But anyway, the thing is, I was just glad that when I got this new channel for us, for me and Suzanne, we would be able to do that and keep those letters at the end instead of numbers. But I'm sure eventually they're going to throw numbers at us. So, and Keebler's good too. A topic for you. What makes a Christmas movie? That's a good topic too for next week. Thank you, Keebler. Appreciate it.
I'm going to try to keep it to under 3 hours. Let's see if I can do it. I'm such a damn motor mouth. I don't know if I can. I'll try.
I told you, Chance, you and I together, we can't stop.
Yeah. Diarrhea in the mouth for sure from me.
Woo! Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
all right,
we'll try our best. Well, yeah, we'll do our best. We'll try to get that down to
yeah. Let's start to wrap the show because we didn't really have anything prepared. We're just shooting the poop. What did Joe say here? The first two Die Hard movies take place at Christmas time.
Right, they do.
Only the first Lethal Weapon film takes place at Christmas time. Cool.
That's a good reminder, Joe. Yeah, thank you.
That's
yes.
Right.
But some people still say they're action films and not quite Christmas. But like I said, look at the evidence. Watch the movies again if you have to. And I know a couple of them are available on YouTube that you can watch for free. You just need to see all the different, you see the Christmas trees, you see some lights, you see some and you got to think it's during the holiday season. So let's just say Christmas. That works because the second one's in an airport, but it's Christmas.
It's set during Christmas, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a Christmas movie, depending on what your definition is of a Christmas movie. And that's all open to interpretation.
Of course. And that's a good topic, though, Keebler. We will talk about that briefly, too. She also says, just do one topic and talk in depth. You can do the other topics at different times. Oh, good. Yeah, good. Definitely.
That's cool. Hey, Keebler, do you want to pop on camera? Are you prepared to, with no image? If you don't have any hair and makeup ready, maybe just your voice with a little thumbnail image. It's up to you before I sign off. Yeah, and Gremlins is also set at Christmas time. Sure is. Yep.
Definitely is. Right, now, that is like a horror Christmas film.
Yeah. And who was in that cast? Mikey, who was in that cast?
Let's see. Phoebe Cates, young or old.
No, we're not taking calls, Joe. We will next time. Hey, what about this is someone who had a big catchphrase on a sitcom. She's in the cast of Gremlins.
Oh, yeah, that was Keith Margaret.
That's it. Polly Holiday. You got
Polly Holiday. And she, oh, man, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not endorsing when people pass on screen. But let's be honest. Polly's passing on Gremlins, classic. Just perfectly done right. Yes, Polly Holiday. There you go. Still one of my all-time favorite scenes. Yeah. And of course Gizmo, who is the Mogwai, who is brilliantly done by one of those the cast of The Voice. It was Howie Mandel. Yeah. So great voice of Howie Mandel doing the Gizmo. Yeah, good stuff.
He's a big germaphobe like Howard Stern.
He is? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I remember him talking about that himself when he was, I think he still is a judge on America's Got Talent. I quit watching that show some years ago, but when he was a host, he talked about that. I think that was even right before COVID. He was talking about how he freaked out about germs. Yeah.
And it says the robot. Yeah. Oh, that's right. When you have, he's at that convention and he's trying for creators. What is the name of that actor? The old guy. He plays his dad in it. I forget who that is. He's there. He's talking on the telephone, and it's the robot from Forbidden Planet, Robbie. Robbie does a cameo in the scene.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
Right. And also, Joe, do you remember they had the actual time machine design from George Powell's The Time Machine, and that disappeared. Somebody got into it and made it disappear. So that was there too. Yeah, there was some references. And you know why? Because Joe Dante, who grew up watching all the old stuff, like even the original War of the Worlds, that Pal did and everything else. Saucers from Outer Space, all of that. And he grew up with all that. So when he directed Gremlins, he decided, and Spielberg agreed with him entirely, let's throw in some old references to and so they did. So, I mean, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't make great movies like that anymore. Definitely not. And hello, Donnie Staten.
Danny Staten.
Danny Staten. Yes, I'm sorry.
Greetings from South Carolina. He's got a thick Southern accent.
I know.
He's a nice guy. Yep.
Yeah, Danny's awesome. Hello, Danny.
Yeah, I do too, Bob. I keep calling
I agree with you.
Bob.
I agree with you.
Joe, yeah. He says, I love War of the Worlds, the 1953 version. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Tom Cruise version. No. But I like Jennifer Connelly in it. So that's saying something. Anyway, happy holidays to all.
Good thing Phoebe Cates did that Gremlins because, of course, she got her big break in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, in which she was topless. And then she was...
Well, for that frontal moment, right? Yeah, coming out. And, of course, Judge Reinhold goes, what?
But she was starting to get typecast doing those teen R-rated sex comedies. Like she did Private School around that time after Fast Times. So thank goodness for Gremlins, which sort of got her out of that mold. Just for casting purposes,
Thank you, Danny.
Danny says Tom Cruise makes me physically ill. Did you read the story? He wants to do a movie in outer space, but he can't get insurance companies to cover him of shooting a movie in actual outer space.
And I'm sure, Danny, I hate to maybe, but the Mummy, when he redid the Mummy, no.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just couldn't, he can't do remakes. Now granted, Mission Impossible, Ethan Hunt, okay. He's okay. I mean, he does all right there. One of our favorite movies, me and Suzanne watched him in, was Live, Die, and Repeat, which was the one where, he Edge of Tomorrow or The Next Day Tomorrow, whatever. Edge of Tomorrow is what it's called. So that's the one where he's with Emily Blunt. They go, they're fighting these aliens and he lives, he fights them, he dies, but then he comes back. They're caught in a causal time loop. And so what happens is he and Emily Blunt have to figure it out through all the times that they pass away. And then they come back and it's recreated in the exact scene. And and you guys know the movie, but I mean, it's just amazing. And I think it took like 13 or 14 times before they got it right, before they stopped the aliens. So there's that rub. But yeah, that's probably one of the few we like him in this Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah. And Top Gun. Well, I don't know. Maverick. Yeah, I never got to see Maverick, but I didn't hear very many good reviews of the sequel. So yeah. Oh, yes. Ever since I saw him slide across the floor in the underwear, I can't tolerate it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, where he's dancing to Bob Seger's old time rock and roll song in his undies. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Danny, what we're doing is this is not an actual show.
Right.
We're just trying to get ideas for what to cover next week in the 2025 Christmas Nostalgic Podblast special that I'm going to do live right here at 5:35 p.m. And so I was just asking some questions of what you want to talk about. Yeah. Now, say what you will about Tom Cruise. He is a good actor, and I like that he does his own stunts. He's pretty fearless. But I can understand, people have never forgiven him or forgotten when he jumped on Oprah's couch.
No. He had a weird skinny moment. You remember that. Yeah, you and I both saw that. Oh,
how long ago? That must have been at least 20 years ago. At least. That happened. But it stuck with people, right?
Right.
Keeper said Tom Cruise's earlier movies are better. Yeah. But
yeah,
I like Mission Impossible movies okay. That's just me.
Yeah, Joe said that he liked him in Few Good Men. I'll be honest, I like Jack Nicholson better in that.
Oh God, yeah.
And even Demi Moore was good. Okay, that's saying a lot. Knowing that she did G.I. Jane and all this. Yeah. So.
And striptease. Hey, fun fact. We're a family show. Fun fact about Demi Moore. Go back and look at the movie called Blame It on Rio from 1984. Michael Caine was in it.
Yeah.
And she's topless and she's flat as a board.
Wow.
So she had an obvious boob job down the line sometime, before striptease for sure.
Something.
But, and remember the Indecent Proposal with Robert Redford, God rest his soul? That was a weird movie with Demi Moore.
That was in Vegas, wasn't it? He lost lots of money, and he had to offer his wife for one night.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we all know what happened in that. But, yeah.
Do you remember the David Letterman joke about Demi Moore? He would call her Dinty Moore, like the stew in the can.
Oh, the Dinty Moore.
I thought that was funny.
I used to eat that stew. Come on.
Yeah,
that was great.
Too, man.
That was great for campsites because we can open it up, just eat it right out of the can, and didn't have to cook it or anything like that. It was like spam.
Before we knew, I hate spam, but I used to eat it. But it was like, before we knew it was Soylent Green in the Dinty Moore stew, we ate it. Did we not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Soylent
She also
Green
was recently.
people! Yeah.
Yeah, Demi was also recently in Substance, which came out last year. Suzanne and I went to see it. It wasn't bad.
She was supposed to be Demi Moore. If you saw the movie Supergirl, not to be confused with Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which will be out next summer in 2026, shot in England, and James Gunn did not direct that. But in the old one with Helen Slater, right? There was an actress who was supposed to be Lucy Lane, Lois Lane's little sister.
Right.
And Demi Moore was cast in that role. But she chose to do Blame It on Rio instead. She would have been perfect because she was more like Margot Kidder, like in her voice. Think of, Margot Kidder in the first Superman.
Right.
Movie, the way she looked and sounded.
Yes.
Think of Demi Moore. And Demi Moore, she got her big start on the soap opera General Hospital in like the early 1980s. I think 1980, 81. Yeah. That's where she got her big break. But she would have been great as Lois. But that's ancient history. Nobody cares about that. We got a new Supergirl movie coming out. But
Millie Alcock. I've seen the early trailer, and she looks good in it.
I've not seen that yet. The teaser trailer.
Go ahead and check it out. It's available on YouTube, my friend.
Yeah, it is.
Millie Alcock. Yeah.
Do you think that movie will do any business, or do you think it'll be a flop?
I'll tell you. When we saw the Superman they brought back, and she's in the end. You see her in the end. Towards the end.
Yeah, she's a hot mess.
Get crypto, right?
Yeah.
And she goes to get crypto,
yeah,
which leads right into the next. Her backstory, her own thing.
Yeah,
Kara Zor-El, if you can remember that. Yeah, I think she'll do okay. I don't think.
You think the box office?
And I guess I'm partial because I loved Helen Slater growing up and whatever, so I'm kind of partial. But Millie Alcock, I'm going to give her a chance. I'm going to give her a break. And then I'll see how she does. And that comes out June 26th of 2026.
Yeah, I'll see it in the theater. My ass will be in the
theater. I will too. Yeah, we'll see it. Yeah.
I'll definitely see it. And I hope it does well. But I just don't know. Because the first one, the original from November 21st, my birthday, 1984, pretty much tanked for the Salkinds, the people that did the Chris Reeve Superman movies. And it was hardly edited.
Salkind, was it Ilya? Was
Ilya
it
and
the
Alexander
woman that actually worked it? Yeah, she did it.
A father and son team were the executive producers with Pierre Spengler, a French executive. But it was hardly edited. And then after Supergirl, what movie did they do together? It ties into our main topic today.
Well, let's see.
The Salkinds.
The Salkinds, yeah.
Dudley Moore was in it. An all-star cast.
Yeah.
It was 1985. I'll give you a hint.
1985.
Released in 85 during the holidays.
40-year anniversary.
You don't hear much about it. It's more popular in Europe than it is here.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me. It's escaping my mind.
Santa Claus the movie.
Oh,
did you ever see that? It wasn't very good.
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, I did.
You blocked it out of your conscious memory is what you've done.
I just blocked it out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That does tend to happen, folks.
But people in England, people in England love that movie. I don't know why it was so bad. Santa Claus the movie. It wasn't good. It wasn't heartfelt. It seemed forced to me. I didn't dig it.
Well, there's another holiday movie which somebody was recently watching called Jack Frost, which featured Michael Keaton, and that was okay. I mean, but not a Keaton-esque.
Yeah.
I kind of like to say when it comes to Michael Keaton, like Birdman, those things that he did, great stuff. He came back for the Flash movie to appear as Batman again, which was good because I like him in that as the original Batman for the first two, movies he did, Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah.
And like I said, he did Birdman. That's a great film for him. And he also, I think he did the reboot of RoboCop, didn't he? Yeah, with Joel Kinnaman. So yeah, there was that. And then he went up against Peter Parker, which was Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Parker.
And then what else was he in? He's been in a lot of things. Anyway, I call his best films, like films he does, I call them Keaton-esque. Like Magnifique, like all this stuff. When he does good stuff. When he does regular stuff, I just call him Michael Keaton or just Mike. Mike can do it, So
I'm gonna show you something else right now. Let me take off my backdrop.
Go for it.
This is the Supergirl DVD release, and here's why. Oh, that looks kind of cool. When I blur it out, I never tried that.
Nice.
All right, here is a limited edition DVD. There is an international and a director's cut on here, and it restores like 40 minutes of footage. The movie was mercilessly edited for U.S. audiences, but the European cut and the director's cut makes the film much more coherent and much better. So just a little tip. And what is this? There's 50,000 units of this that were made. This is the 32,190th copy of 50,000 that were pressed.
Wow.
Of the Supergirl DVD.
And it looks like
on Blu-ray.
And Anne Bancroft? Is that who that was?
No, Faye Dunaway was in it. And
Faye Dunaway. Sorry. Yes.
That's okay.
Ah.
Oh, you're fine.
I remember Peter Will too, though. Yeah, he was good in it.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm on Moonbase Alpha now.
Nice.
It's called Space 1999.
Oh, yeah. Space 1999, my honest opinion, one of the greatest series that Jerry Anderson ever created. And with his wife, Sylvia. And I wish they had done it more than 2 seasons.
I agree. I completely agree.
That was one of those when we talked, remember, about the shows that didn't last more than 2 seasons or less than 3. Yeah. That's one of them. And I wish Space 1999 would have done more seasons because they were perfect.
I did too. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Let me put you back on the screen, my friend. All right, so I guess we're going to close out. Last call. What do you want to do on our Christmas show? We already got some good tidbits here. We're going to do trivia. That's what Joe wants. So we'll have Christmas trivia, some form of Christmas trivia for prizes. Yep. And Keebler said, just to review.
Right.
What did she say? Just do one topic and talk in depth. You can do the other topics at different times. I don't know if that meant today. This is just a sample. Hello to Billy Sellers 72. What's happening? We're talking about
hello, Billy.
Christmas show. Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
We're going to do like a little holiday party. Maybe do some karaoke. Maybe we'll do some karaoke as well. You never know. We'll get really crazy with our virtual Christmas party and holiday party. We can talk Hanukkah too. So,
hey, we might be chatterboxes, folks, but we can fit ourselves into 3 hours. We can do that.
Oh yeah,
at least 3 hours. We can do that. Yes.
Last week was ridiculous, man. I went almost 5 hours talking about Marvel Team Up.
Oh my Lord! Well, yeah. I mean,
and then the week before was about 3. So that's, like I said earlier, that's 8 hours just covering every issue ever made of Marvel Team Up. There's 157 issues, 150 weekly issues, and then 7 annual double-sized issues, total of 157. So I talked about the value of each one, and I took pictures of all the comics. I have them all in my collection. And so I actually did some photography. And, man, it took so long to prep. But it's kind of boring, I'll be honest with you. And, that's why I had to go back and put cue marks in. Because nobody's going to sit, especially the people listening. I tried to make it as audio-friendly as possible. But it's really a visual show because I'm showing the artwork, right? I'm showing the cover of the comic book. And then in some cases, I opened it up and took a picture of the splash page 1. I mean, how can you talk about art? You have to see art and experience art, right?
Yeah. And we're just going over the last 3. Well, we just said hello to Billy there. Yeah, and Keebler was saying Demi Moore played in Landman. Yes, but like I said, one of her most recent was last year. She was in a movie called Substance, where she actually got an Oscar nomination for her role, Best Actress. But I don't know if she won it. No, I don't think she did. But anyway, Substance, which was really bizarre. And then Joe says Demi Moore's character in A Few Good Men was originally a guy in the play. Yeah, I believe that's correct. I do recall reading about the actual play, A Few Good Men, that came out on Broadway. So yes, so that's true. Yeah,
I'm looking up Demi Moore Oscar. I want to see.
Yeah, I don't know if she got
her first nomination in 2025. She's up for an Oscar for, like you just said, The Substance.
Substance. Yeah. Yes, good movie. Yeah, she's up for it. I hope she.
I would like to see her acceptance speech if she does win an Oscar. That would be cool.
Oh, I hope she wins for it. Suzanne and I both agreed. It's part horror, but it's part psychological, and she deserves it. She truly does. This is one of the few rare roles I can honestly say, yeah, Demi Moore deserves this if she gets it.
Looking at an article from Variety, Demi Moore not gutted by losing Oscar. Let's see what this is about. What was this? Demi Moore said in an interview with Time magazine she was not devastated when she lost the Oscar for Best Actress to Honora's Mikey Madison. Okay, so she was nominated before.
She was once before, right? Yeah.
She's been nominated several times. Yeah.
Right, Joe's correct. Yeah, she hasn't won an Oscar yet. True.
But she might win it. So the Oscars will be like in, February 2026. Yeah, she never won an Oscar. I didn't think so. I knew that, but I just wanted to look.
Do you want to read this for yourself, Chance? Go ahead.
Keebler said in Texas State, Chance has so much knowledge and wants to squeeze everything into one show. He forgets he had unlimited time and could do multiple shows. That's right. It's called a two-parter. As Danny Staten has mentioned before, guys, it's called a two-parter.
I love two-parters. I love two-parters. It's great.
Yeah. We're just shooting the breeze today. Like I say, anyone who tuned in late, like Billy, we're just trying to get ideas because I don't want to cover the same old crap I talk about every Christmas season. I want to have some new stuff. That's why I want to ask, what are your favorite Christmas memories? What's the best gift you ever gave or received? What's your favorite Christmas TV show, special, or a theme, or a song, or a treat? Anything. Like I like the doggone Lifesaver storybooks, and they suck now. Before there was more of an assortment, and you got more rolls. You had a stack of rolls on each side of the storybook. Now it's just on one side, and it's just the 5 flavors. Before you got butter rum, you got peppermint, you got wintergreen. I love the wild cherry, just the cherry, the big roll of Lifesaver cherry flavor. I know you have diabetes, so you're like, please stop talking about candy. But
it's okay.
Which you revealed on the air. I'm not betraying any confidentiality because
no. It's okay. So Suzanne and I have been able to control, and thrive. So yeah, we're doing good.
Good. I'm gonna make a note of this thing. Christmas traditions that have become train wrecks. I think the Lifesaver storybook is a good example of that. Or things that you remember being better and you can prove are not as good, or like a lesser quantity of an item, particularly a food item or a candy, or something you can't get anymore. There's a lot of stuff that are just not made anymore. Yeah.
Right.
That might be something.
And Keebler does say, honestly, I think you should do one topic and then, and let the show progress with guests. And chat as long as that chat stays on topic. Yeah, like I said, Keebler, we're thinking of bringing as a guest host or a guest to our show my friend Larry, who shares the same last name as Chance. And he is both a musician and he's worked in Hollywood and on TV with me, The Highwaymen, back in 87, 88. So, yeah. He's a great guy, and if I can, I'll put that personal on myself there, Keebler. I will try to get Larry from Be Yourself Adventures to join us next week. So
that's cool with me. Yeah, and maybe Al Hardy.
Yeah, we want to get Al too. Yes, for sure.
And there might be a special message from producer Natalie all the way from New York City.
Oh, nice.
Stay tuned.
That'd be great.
And then Billy said, I like the old Star Wars Christmas special from the 70s. We were talking about that at the top of the show. I played a couple old CBS promos from 1978. Yeah. If you go back to the very beginning, we covered that and talked about it, and we're going to expand on that a little bit next week.
Yes, we will. Yeah, it's fun. As I said at the top of the show, and we discussed it backstage. We were talking about the 78 Christmas TV special of Star Wars, and we said there is really only 2 spots. You either say you loved it or you just say you hated it, like it was a piece of crap. And there was, and like I said, I looked at IMDb. That is the lowest score. I swear to anybody, on planet Earth. It is the lowest score I've ever seen from people of IMDb who voted on shows. It was a 2.2 out of 10. That says a lot. I mean, there's just a lot of people that don't like it. But there are a few of us, like myself. I love it. I know Chance liked it. I enjoyed it. It was an all-star cast. I thought it was great.
And there were elements to it. I'm repeating myself already. Like the cartoon that introduced Boba Fett, and there's a cut scene with Darth Vader from the original film.
Which are great scenes, yeah. We'll expand a little bit on that. But we want your poll. Please, we need your help. Please do the poll. We will get the results of the poll to you very next time on Saturday. We'll let you know.
That's right.
She says I was 3, never sent it, didn't know it existed. Wow. Well, now that just kind of reveals some age there, Keeb. I was 13 when it came out, so yeah, just turned the big old age of 13 when I saw it. Yeah.
And how sad was it that Mark Hamill had that car accident before the release of the very first film? He got into a car accident and his face was disfigured. He had a lot of plastic surgery and they did a great job, but he never quite looked as youthful and same as he did in the first film. Right. And they even use, like, if you look at the Topps cards, did you collect the Topps cards of Star Wars, Mikey and Billy in the chat? I have the whole set.
I don't think so. No, my brother though. One of I think it was either his birthday present or Christmas present. He got some of the Star Wars characters in the box with, Chewbacca and the rest. So yes.
The reason I ask is they had some cards, and I'll probably get them before we sign off, with someone who looked like a photo double for Mark Hamill. It did not look like him. He had dark brown hair, and Mark Hamill had light brown hair, if not blonde hair. And I'll get those in a minute and show you. Hold them up for the camera.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's take a look.
I don't know who this guy was, and they also had 2 different Han Solo Kenner action figures, the small ones that were produced, one with a really tiny head and one with a bigger head, like an ugly head, I call it. And neither one really looked like Harrison Ford much. Did you have any of the Kenner Star Wars toys? Do you know what I'm talking about, Mikey?
Yeah, Chewbacca was the one that my brother had, which has the thin head and comes down. Yeah.
But did you have Han Solo, or are you aware of the 2 Han Solo?
I had Luke. We had Luke Skywalker and Chewbacca. I don't know if we had Han Solo.
Okay.
One of my sisters we gave, Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia. We gave to them because that was a girl, doll, girl Kenner. So we gave that to them. But that's the only ones I remember from back then.
Joe says, I have my top cards of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Very cool.
Nice.
All my Kenner action figures. Yeah, I do too. I have a Millennium Falcon there. I have a sealed in the box.
Don't ever, if you get real desperate, not saying you will, but if you ever do, keep it in the box, pristine, mint condition. You could sell that for easily 5 figures, if not 6.
I'm not going to sell that bad boy. Too much sentimental attachment to that. There we go. Now, we're talking Star Wars. I got to put the right background on. Let me go get those Topps cards with the fake Mark Hamill stand-in, and let me make you big so that you can take it away.
Okay.
He still has his AT-AT Walker, Joe says, in New York State.
You still have the AT-AT from Empire Strikes Back? Nice.
So does Tom Williams, who used to be one of the co-hosts when we started the Podblast. I think he started in the 3rd episode about the Honeymooners of all things. We talked about the Honeymooners earlier today. He has an AT-AT Walker in his basement at his house. Yep.
Nice.
Not sealed though, but it's an original Kenner one from 1980.
My friend still, as I said, Larry, I believe he still has the Millennium Falcon.
Oh my
He's
God.
got his in his box.
I do too. I have two Millennium, not sealed though. 2 Millennium Falcons. One is played with and one is in really nice condition, but they're not in the box.
Yeah. And I know that Larry does have some that he kept that he can show off too. So yeah. Plus, we were talking about Back to the Future. He's got Back to the Future stuff too. So he's got a lot of good stuff there. My dad got it for me for Hanukkah. Oh, nice. Well, that is awesome, dude. That's like that is a good Joe. That is a good gift. And make sure you keep it in the box. Don't take it out. Don't do that. Billy says, I have a. Am I reading that right? I need my. You know what? I need my glasses. Sorry. I have 20/15 vision, so it's like. But when I do reading, okay, here we go. So I have a Lando hire and Han Solo toys and some Darth Vader stuff from Billy Sellers. Joe says my father died 2 years ago today. I am sorry to hear that, dude. We rest in peace to your dad. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
Yeah, me too.
To say the least.
Yeah. Well, this year we lost Larry's mom, his last parent, so Charlene. So yeah, rest in peace, Charlene too. Yeah.
Larry has the same last name as me, Bartell. So that'll be fun to talk about with him.
That'll be fun if I can get him up here.
Yeah,
I'll do my best. I'll ask him.
Fine. Either way is all good. Let me just show you this fake Luke Skywalker. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Let me take off the backdrop. What do you think? I want to know what you think there. Chat.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off the backdrop so we can see it better. There we go. All right.
Oh, there we go.
That is not Mark Hamill. I don't care what anybody says.
No, that's definitely not Mark Hamill. That's a stand-in body double.
It says, the courage of Luke Skywalker is the caption of that card. And
nice.
There's a full body shot of him too, pretty much from this exact same picture.
Yeah, but that's him in a rebel. Yeah, that's him in a rebel fighter outfit. And that is definitely not him.
Well, the hair colors, the hair color's a dead giveaway because I thought maybe it's after he had his first plastic surgery. But why would they put him in front of a camera when he's recovering, right? But I mean, look at his hair. His hair's not right. By the way, Joe and anyone in the chat, how's my audio levels? Is it too loud? Is it too low?
No, you're perfect. You're perfect.
There's Mark Hamill. That
Mark
Hamill pre-accident,
Hamill.
And it's kind of hard to see. It's not very clear. But,
that's when he's on. Yes. Now that is Mark from Tatooine.
That's him.
Right.
That's Mark.
Yeah.
And I found this. Guys, I'll show this in a future Podblast. Here's a wall from 1985 of new and some used comic books. You can't see it very clearly. Here's me from like 1983 with a comic book.
Wow.
I'm old as dirt, folks. And you can't see it very clearly. Here I am in 1985. This is November 85.
As I said, I'm only slightly older than you are, though.
In a Coca-Cola shirt. Remember that trend? Anyone that is a Gen Xer, the Coca-Cola T-shirt? Talk about nostalgia.
Nice.
It was really, really it's a stupid looking thing. But you can't see because there I am sifting through comic books in St. Louis, Missouri, wearing my Coca-Cola shirt, long sleeve shirt. But I'll zoom on that. I'll photograph. I found these photos. I want to show that where you can actually see the comic books because there's some astounding comic books that I'm buying at that point in time.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, no, the one on the left is him and the one on the right is not. So, yeah, body double for sure.
Last time they said my audio was low. And so what I did, I slightly turned up the gain and I want to make sure it's not too loud. And again, Billy, I'm really sorry about the passing of your dad. And sorry, Joe, for your loss as well.
Right.
I know you read
I already read that one from Billy about Lando. And he says the audio sounds good, but I can't judge really. I have to turn my volume down on everyone's lives. Oh, yeah. I see, Kibler. Okay.
Let me put us back on side by side. And I'll get rid of these items. I need to put these back where they belong.
So we could go right up to 2 hours and then and then we'll get prepared, ready for next week's show at 5:35 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
And looking forward. Hopefully I can get my buddy Larry to join us. We'll have Al, we'll have me, we'll have Chance.
Al.
I'm running the show. I mean,
I don't know about Al. Al, he's at the movies right now. I just got a text from Tom Williams. And Al is watching some movie in 70 millimeter at a theater here in town that I won't mention. He's seeing a movie called, let's see. He claims it's a Christmas movie called Lion in the Winter. Are you familiar with Lion?
I'm familiar with Lion in the Winter. Yeah, very. It came around the same time as Dr. Zhivago. I know that.
Oh, it's an old one. I feel ignorant.
It's a very old movie. Yes. But if you see it in Panavision 70 millimeter, yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Well, he's seen it in 70. I love 70 millimeter and Cinerama. You know what Cinerama is, don't you?
Yeah.
That's where there's 2 projectors, and it's literally like it's more than just widescreen. It's all around you. It surrounds you.
I think it was. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think it was Charlton Heston and El Cid, which had Cinerama.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe Lawrence of Arabia with Peter O'Toole.
You want to read that from Joe? He's asking us a question.
Are you guys interested in the new Avatar movie?
No.
Not really. No. Suzanne and I. Oh, I'm sorry. Suzanne and I do have the original Avatar and The Way of Water. Yes, we have those 2 movies, but we're not interested in the third one. Keebler says you all should stream from both of Chance's channels and Mikey's. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Chance to tie into our Chatty Blogger MS channel so I can get some more people to join us in chat. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. We'll do a simulcast. Yeah, we'll do that. It should be good. We'll try to do that. But thank you, Keebler. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that helps both our channels and get everybody out there. Hey, maybe even Larry, if he can join us, he can simulcast from his channel, Be Yourself Adventures. We'll have all 3 of us going. That would be fun. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. Okay, so Chance had to step away there for a moment. And while he had to step away, folks, just to let you know, I've got a 1v1 interview with one of my friends, Jim, next week on Tuesday on the Chatty Blogger MS channel. And also all next week, at least through to Thursday, I'll be doing 2 a day reviews of the original animated series from Star Trek. So keep your eyes out for us. We're out there. And of course, the big Christmas Podblast with Mr. Chance and myself and everybody on Saturday.
You were talking about, I popped into one of your lives. You were talking about the Star Trek animated series, and you were like critiquing them.
Yes.
So that's already been, you've concluded that, right? So now you're
No,
on.
I haven't concluded that yet. It's still going on. I did 2 today, which were episodes 11 and 12 from season 1. Still covering all of season 1 all the way through, and even season 2, which only had 6 episodes. All 22, and they should end by Thursday afternoon or evening. So, yeah.
Hey, Billy. He's walking out.
Hey, Billy.
It's nice here, too, in Georgia. He's in North Carolina State. It's really nice here. I need to get on my mountain bike before it gets dark. So I guess we'll say goodbye. Mikey, thank you for agreeing to go live. This was an impromptu. We didn't plan on going live. No preparation. We're just shooting the breeze and trying to plan next week's Christmas live stream. That's all we're doing. And we want to get your suggestions. So appreciate those that contributed. I want to say thanks to Keebler Danger, one of my power mods. And thanks to Joe Gutfeld for your loyalty. Thanks to Danny Staten for being here. And thanks a lot to you, Billy Sellers. And thanks to Kay Moonen, who was here at the beginning down there in Florida State. And anyone, replay crew. If I keep this up, I probably will. Since Mikey suggested I keep this. I wasn't going to keep this up live. I was just going to get suggestions, take notes, come back next time. But you think I should keep this around and not private it there, Mikey?
I think you should keep it up. Yeah, at least this gives people a chance to, rewatch and know what we're planning, try to plan to get the ideas from the chat and so forth for next week, which will be the big show. And I'm really looking forward to it. I really am, because Christmas is my favorite holiday of the year.
Yeah, which will be so to review. Here's what we got from the chat. We're going to do trivia. We're going to just stick to 1 or 2 topics. We're going to debate. The old debate is Die Hard a Christmas movie.
All right.
And we're going to maybe do karaoke, because I can get some music rights clearances for some karaoke songs that are Christmas themed. And then we'll talk about, of course, the best Christmas movies of all time. And the main question I want to ask the chat: what's the best gift you ever gave or received for the holidays? Whether it's Hanukkah, Christmas,
we should start with that first. I think that we should start with that first. Is the best gift you were ever given, male, female, your partner. If you had members, it would be a code lock for members only.
Keebler's saying I should do something. I have not set up memberships for my channel. I did on my Chance Acting demo channel, but not for here. Because, I mean, I just think it's cheesy to charge someone for exclusive content where for the same money they could get like a real streaming service like an HBO Max. You know, I don't know. That's just me. That's just my morals. I feel bad charging people. Now, if someone wants to do a super chat and get their comment on the screen, I'm going to start probably in 2026 making that exclusive to people that want to donate. And I'll just read the comments, but we're not going to put them on the screen anymore. Yeah. But, you know, we want to come up with something new, and we have. At least I have. I've come up with some great ideas for topics and stuff that's new to talk about. But, yeah, the memberships, I never really got into that because I just think it's kind of lame to charge people membership. But it's a good idea. I appreciate your suggestion.
Or, you know, you could make it subscribers only. Those that have subscribed to the Nostalgic Podblast, we could make it subscribers only, too.
That I'm fine with because I'm not charging anyone. Now, if someone wants to donate, I'm very grateful, and that's on them. I'm not, like, out there begging, you know, like, for people to donate. I'm just saying. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to do super chats. That's for people that make a donation, right? So we need to get back to that. I need to start doing that because everyone else is doing that, and you know, why would you? Why it costs money to produce this show, and you know, why would you pay for the milk when you get it for free, right? So
yeah. I wanna get Joe here and the rest of the chat if anybody wants to try to remember this. Now he says Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is his best Christmas song, but Elmo and Patsy did a sequel to that,
right?
And I know what it's called. So tell me in the chat in the next 5 minutes he got till we shut down here or however long we're gonna wait. But tell me what the name, and don't cheat, Joe. Just saying, okay? Wink, wink. What was the name of that song? And it was also written by Elmo and Patsy. Yeah.
I believe Joe. I don't think Joe ever cheats, by the way. I know you're just saying that, you know.
Yeah, I know. He's a genius. I know.
Yeah, he knows a lot about trivia. I think he just has it all in his head.
Yeah. And Keebler says I'm talking about this live behind the scenes look. Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, that's what I'll do then. Yeah. Thank you, Keebler.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll take that under advisement.
Okay. Joe does not know the sequel. It was called Christmas with the Superstars. And Elmo and Patsy did most of the voices on the song. Look it up. It's available on YouTube. It's called Christmas with the Superstars. It's a sequel to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah.
All right.
He even does like Elvis because what the song is about is Grandma's in heaven. She meets Liberace, Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, among others, and it's hilarious. It is.
That's
good.
Really cool.
It's sequel. Yeah. So there you go, Joe.
Do you have any rants? Any rants? Anything that happened you want to vent about? Before we go.
Sure. Real quick.
I gotta do my intro first. While you think about it. Wait, stop. Check this out. I was setting you up for this. Gather your thoughts. Let's tell me about your rant after I play my little intro. It's right here.
Hey! You want to fight? I'll give you a fight. Some more.
Go. What's your rant of the week?
Okay, my rant of the week is about the holiday season. I'm going to take my glasses off for this. Okay. About last year, last year, I saw one of the malls we have here. I won't mention the name, but one of the malls we had here had a Christmas setting. It had Santa Claus, the elves, the whole thing. But my rant is, when you have a bunch of people who have waited at least a few hours with their kids who really want to see Santa Claus in the flesh, or at least whoever is portraying Santa Claus, and you're on a cell phone and you're talking or texting, and your elves, your 3 elves, are also talking and texting, and these people are waiting patiently in line to come to you and ask for their Christmas gift, that is my rant. That, for me, that is where I see they drew the line and said commercialism is much more important than the actual reason for the season, which is Jesus Christ being born, and of course, celebrating the season with your family and everything. So, my advice to anybody who wants to play Santa Claus, pay attention. Be good to your fans. Be good to the fans that still believe that Santa Claus, and I believe, and Suzanne believes, and I know our cats do, but believe in the season. Granted, it's not all about Santa Claus. It is about Jesus Christ, who was born in Bethlehem. But also, let's bring the family season back. Let's bring this back. Let's get our family together. Get your friends together. Anybody who you might have grudges, anything against, let's bring them all back to the table or to celebrate again. Let's make this holiday a truly beautiful and holy season. Let's do that. That is my rant for today.
Wow. I can't top that, so I'm not going to do one. That was awesome. And I couldn't agree more. Great. Well, everybody, we're going to sign off. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. We appreciate the replay crew. Thanks to Keebler. And we'll catch you all next time right here on the Nostalgic Podblast. Thank you so much, Mikey, for being here.
Hey, thank you so much for having me a chance. It's always an honor and a blessing to be a part of your panel, your distinguished panel, and to be here for everybody else here in the chat and everybody. And this is a great time of year. I hope all we can enjoy this.
That's really kind of you. I appreciate that very much, and I feel the same way about you, brother. And we'll be back next week with our annual Christmas Podblast. And let's see, what date would that be?
That will be the 20th of December Saturday, the 20th of December at 5:35 p.m. Eastern Stand-Up Time.
Stand-up time, that's it, yeah.
So same chance time, same chance channel.
I just remember what I was going to say before I signed off. What movie was released on December 15th, 1978, which has an anniversary in 2 days as we're live here on December 13th, 2025? Wow. I'll just tell you, Superman the movie, starring Chris Evans. Yeah.
Nice.
One of my favorite superhero movies, probably the original that started it all, directed by Richard Donner.
Started it all, yeah.
I did a big tribute to Superman the movie, so I'm not going to rehash that, but I just wanted to acknowledge that since it's in 2 days, and that's just one of my favorite movies of all time, with the music by John Williams, the direction, and you couldn't beat Chris Reeve as Superman. I don't think they've ever had someone cast as Superman that was as good. Now, a lot of older people like George Reeves, and they're like, nope, George Reeves is my Superman, just like James Bond, right? People like Connery the best.
Sir Sean Connery.
It depends on some like Roger Moore that are Gen Xers. It just depends on who you grew up with. Who was your James Bond? Who was your Superman? Same kind of thing.
Same kind of thing. When we all grew up with Superman, Christopher Reeve was it. He did all 4 films, best 4 films. Maybe not the last 2, but the first 2, still great films. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joe. He says, glad you're doing better, Mikey. Thank you. Merry Christmas from Danny. Thank you, sir. And Keebler does say, Christmas is just another day, and I learned about Doc at Christmas.
That's someone who died. That's a YouTuber who had a music channel that she was really close with, and she misses him terribly.
Sorry, Keebler.
Rest in peace to Doc. Yeah.
And Joe said earlier, the Brady Bunch Christmas episode was one of his best Christmas episodes. I agree. I think it was
that's where Florence Henderson sings with her angelic voice, right? In season 1. Yeah. It must be the one he's referring to. And then you had the reunion movie, too, a very, very Brady Christmas that I liked with the fake Cindy.
Oh, thank you so much,
This actress, her last name's Runyon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Keebler. To follow me there at Chatty Blogger MS. Thank you so much, Keebler. Yeah, she comes by. And, of course, Warlord Fade is our very first channel. I started it in 2006 and started to combine it with my beautiful Suzanne in 2010 when I first met her online. So there is that. Our one channel that we did lose to a hacker, Mikey Sus4, It's still out there. It does have some personal videos. Some things when I was working with a 15-year-old computer. If you want to get some laughs out of that, where I was going, and all this stuff, check it out. Mikey Sues 4. It's still out there on YouTube, even though it is inactive. But yeah, check it all out. You
can't log in. It's just out there floating around with
it's in the ethereal. It's out there, but yeah. But we do have. But what I was able to do.
That channel again. Why can't you get in control of that channel again by contacting Google?
I did, but they said it was corrupted, so I just couldn't touch it. I just said, well,
what does that mean?
Corrupted your channel.
What does that mean? Corrupted.
Yeah, well, what happened was that my wife had a phone, and the phone was hooked into everything. But when that phone was stolen by the hacker, and he tried to call my mom and dad long distance from that phone he stole 3 times, and luckily my parents didn't recognize the number, so they didn't answer it. But that was not all. I mean, he went in, changed my passwords, messed with everything. I mean, it was terrible. That happened in Halloween this year. So there's been a lot of crazy stuff.
And my Facebook got hacked October 22nd, 2025.
I know.
What's up with October and these hackers? I got some joker in Hanoi, Vietnam hacked my Facebook. I don't believe it, man.
The guy who stole from us was a Middle Eastern homeless man. We have a lot of different races here, and I'm not a racist person.
No, of course you're just describing him. You're just describing him, right?
Well, just describing who he was. Yeah.
Just like
homeless, but he was a hacker. He knew what he was doing when he took the phone. Luckily, the phone died, and you needed a special charger for it. Of course, if he's homeless, he can't buy it, so
he couldn't do the full damage.
He threw it away. So yeah,
I see. So he couldn't do as much damage as the psycho wanted to do, is what you're saying, right? Because the phone died. Wow.
Yeah. Well, he even stole facial recognition. That is crazy. Like, she set it up on the phone, so facial recognition that didn't work either. He found a way around that.
Good Lord. I don't like facial recognition as a requirement. Like Facebook, when you create a new Facebook account, they require a scan of your face. That seems pretty invasive of your privacy. But
it kind of does. But actually, we're kind of glad, because even though he was able to mess and do away with the other stuff, the Facebook that I have now is still the same Facebook I had before it happened and after. So I'm very happy about that. And he wasn't able to get into our main phone, which is an emergency phone only for my parents and for, a couple other people we know in the family. But that's about it. I mean, at least those were untouched. So
that explains why when I was asking for your phone number, since I don't have Facebook, just behind the scenes information for anyone that's listening or watching, I'm not going to put this on my audio platforms. Anyways, I had suggested, since I don't have Facebook, we would communicate through Facebook private message. Just send Mikey a link to the show so he could join on the panel. He has to have the link, right? And so I said, what's your phone number? And he says, we only have a phone for emergencies. And I thought, that's strange. You don't have a phone. I completely slipped my mind that you were robbed of your phone. So no wonder it makes sense.
You were robbed. So, but that's which was good, because, like I said, at least I was able to still have X. So now you're able to communicate.
That's how we resolved it. I remembered, because I took notes when I said, hey, I found you on your stream. I said, how can we communicate? And you said, are you on X? I said, yeah. He goes, follow me on X, send me a DM. Bam. And so I sent you the link. About an hour before we started, we decided to go live anyway.
Yeah. Keebler says that's why you stay away from drama channels. They're nothing but trouble. Amen to that. Joe says, I've taken a ton of pictures of my neighborhood of the Christmas decorations. That is awesome, my friend.
Well, I can't see them
on the Facebook. Nice, Joe.
I can't see them. So I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I'm trying to get it worked out. I wrote Meta and Facebook on 3 different actual emails, and I talked to several people that say they will get back to you. It might take them up to 3 months because of the sheer volume they get, but I sent screenshots of what the hacker did, disabling my account. They even sent me Facebook. Did you log in from Hanoi, Vietnam? That kind of thing. I screenshotted that. Wow. So I have all sorts of evidence. We'll see what happens. I'm hopeful I can restore my Facebook. I really haven't missed it that much, because all I was seeing in my feed were a bunch of ads. And that's what I don't like. That should be my rant of the week, but it's kind of a real rant. how, especially Instagram, all the Meta stuff. Meta owns Instagram and Facebook, of course, everybody knows that. But it seems like when someone does a sponsored post, it invades your feed whether you follow them or not. And I hate that. It's getting really, really bad. I'm just seeing a lot of junk I don't have any interest in, right? But I do need Facebook, though, to promote the show. So that's the only thing I'd use it for, and for casting notices, because I do acting work on the side. So
yes, you do. Do you have any, without giving anything away, do you have a casting thing coming up for yourself?
Yeah, I just was on a movie Thursday, and Monday I'm on a major hit soap opera, just doing background work, but it's like pretty featured. It's like it's a Screen Actors Guild project, so you're seen, right?
So you're not allowed to say it, right? Okay.
No, it's a hit. It's on a major network, and then I am on a hit show this coming week for a couple days with a major superstar. And who I worked with in the scene in a movie this week is, Mira Sorvino. I can just name drop her.
Wow.
Paul Sorvino's daughter. And of course, she's an Oscar winner in her own right. Great actress.
Mira. Yeah, so, she's wonderful.
Yeah, she's super cool. Yep.
Yeah.
And someone I know, well, let me just get this in. I meant to tell her that she was interviewed by an acquaintance of mine who has a radio show in St. Louis, Missouri named James Enstall. He interviewed her on his show Geek to Me Radio, which is on Sunday nights on KTRS and on YouTube. He's on Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'm sorry, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock his local Central time. And it's a 1-hour radio show, which is also on camera. And it's streamed on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. And he interviewed Mira Sorvino recently. And I meant to mention, I was going to say, Mira, I know you do thousands of interviews, but you may recall James Enstall of Geek to Me Radio. Forgot to do that. If I get back on that set and have an opportunity where it's appropriate to ask her that when she's not focused on her lines, I'll try to slip that conversation. Yeah.
And I was going to, but I'll ask you next time. For next time, if you're doing future 1v1s, like I said, I've got one coming up on Tuesday with a good friend of mine, Jim, who also does fan films. His channel will be there, so check it out. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Chatty Blogger MS live stream. StreamYard there. And then I got two more that I'm doing next year in January. One is for a good friend whose name is Matt. I won't say his last name. We'll keep that secret for now. But Matt is a good guy and plays instruments. He's part of a band, and he lives down there in Alabama. So he's a good old boy down there. So we'll get a chance to do a 1v1 with him. And, of course, we have our multi-talented. Her name is Lizzie Armstrong. I will mention her name. She lives down in Queensland, Australia, and she has been in movies. She's done musicals. She's a dance teacher. We're going to do a special 1v1 interview with her in January of next year on this channel. So make sure you keep the notifications on. Don't forget to subscribe to both our channels and every channel that's in the chat. Don't forget to, share it with all your friends and family. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe and make sure you do this notification bell right there. And if you do see a Salvation Army, please donate. We did. If you do see Salvation Army with the bell, donate.
That's a cause you can believe in.
Definitely can. Yes.
All right, man. Well, take care. We'll see you next time on the Podblast. I appreciate your time very much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Thank you, brother.
Good to see Mikey as always, and good to see you all in the chat. This was just, like I said, a practice for next week. Next week will be the real holiday 2025 show. Stay safe, everyone. And as I like to say every time, don't let the dragons get you. This is Chance Bartels with the Nostalgic Podblast signing off. Good night.